The roar hits like a tidal wave, crashing over everything, 8,000 voices, screaming, pulsing alive. The lights cut through the dark like blades sharp, unrelenting, bathing the stage. In electric blue, Jimmy Fallon stands there grinning, under the blazing Tonight Show sign, his smile a weapon that could disarm a hurricane. The crowd feeds off at their cheers, a living thing bouncing off the walls, shaking the air. But when Dwayne Johnson steps into frame, the world shifts. The noise spikes, then falters. As if the room itself pauses to catch its breath, he is here, the rock's shoulders like mountains, eyes sharp as a predator's, yet softened by something unspoken. He moves with purpose each step, deliberate, his grin controlled, but warm like he is holding back a storm. Fallon throws his arms wide to rock. Everybody in the audience detonates again, a tsunami of applause. Dwayne nods, waves his hand, cutting through the air like a salute. But there's a weight in his stance, a flicker in his eyes that says this is not just another night of easy laughs and polished banter. He sits the chair creaking under his frame, and the crowd settles, hanging on the edge of their seats. Fallon dives, his rhythm smooth. "As silk your mom good?" he asks, leaning forward, his grin infectious. "She is amazing," Dwayne says, his voice low, warm, real. Still plays the ukulele everywhere she goes, grocery store, DMV. Does not matter, the crowd laugh, the sound filling the studio. Like sunlight breaking through clouds, Fallon eyes sparkle, and he pushes forward. "And your girl, Simone Tiana Jazzy." Dwayne face softens, his smile reaching his eyes. "Now my 9-year-old Jazzy just had her first flag football game. She is fast, man, plays wide receiver blocks like a tank. But she got called for a crackback block, knocked the other kid flat." The audience chuckles. Picturing this tiny warrior, Fallon leans and eyes wide. "Oh my gosh, really?" Dwayne mimics Jazzy high-pitched voice. "Daddy," the coach said, "I should not push anybody down like that. I asked her who told you that." She points across the field. And goes the coach on the other team. The crowd is already laughing, sensing the punchline. Dwayne pauses, letting the moment hang. "So I told her." He leans forward, voice dropping. "Honey, you pushed them down. And you keep them down." The audience explodes. Fallon slaps the desk, his laughter sharp and genuine. "That is what I am talking about." The band hits a quick riff. The cameras catch every grin, every clap for a moment. It is pure showtime. Dwayne commanding the stage, the crowd feeding off his every word. But as the laughter fades, something shifts. A smile does not quite reach his eyes. He glances down, just for a second, like he is hearing a whisper only. He can hear the crowd roar softens, replaced by the faint hum of studio lights and the soft pop of the microphone. He lets the silence linger, then murmurs almost to himself, "That is what life taught me." Two Fallon grin flickers, caught off guard. The audience feels it, a drop in temperature, not uncomfortable, but real honest. A moment passes. In a blink, Fallon recovers, cracking a joke, and the laughter rolls back in, but a trace of that stillness hangs in the air like the aftertaste of smoke. Dwayne leans back, relaxed, but alert, his charisma slipping into something heavier under the lights. He is not just a guest plugging a movie. He is a fighter waiting for the bell, carrying a weight that does not belong to the stage. The camera pans across the crowd, their applause swelling again. Fallon flashes his card, sharp grin. The band kicks in. But beneath the noise of truth lingers this man, calm and smiling, has built his life on pain, discipline, and the will to keep standing. He does not fake it. He does not flinch. As the segment fades to commercial, the spotlight dims, the stage turns blue, and the music softens. The silhouette stays, a steady carve from something harder than fame. And as the lights shift to black, a voice low, quiet, real, cuts to the hum. Sometimes even a fighter forgets what he is fighting for. The audience does not hear it, only the man beneath the lights does. As the sound dissolves into the echo of applause, golden light spills across the grand hall in Venice, soft and sacred like the air itself knows it is holding something holy. Dwayne sets his heartbeat louder than the applause crashing around him. 15.5 minutes, that is how long they stand clapping, until their palms burn tears, blurring the faces in the crowd. He looks up at the balcony lights, tiny suns blazing above a sea of strangers. For a moment, he is frozen, not by pride, but by disbelief. The sound hits him like waves rolling and relentless. But deep inside, under the roar, a whisper of doubt creeps in. Do they cheer for me or for the man I pretended to be? His throat tightens. He blinks hard, grounding himself beside him. Emily Blunt eyes shine, wet in the golden glow, her hands fumbling for a tissue as tears spill too fast to catch. On his other side, Benny Sadie leans forward, hands pressed together, head bowed, not in exhaustion, but in awe. And next to Dwayne, Mark Kerr trembles, a mountain of a man's shoulders broad as a doorframe, yet shaking like a leaf in a storm. Dwayne feels it through the armrest of quiet. Earthquake of emotion. Kerr, breathing, quickens his whole life. Chaos, pain, overdoses, shame suddenly applauded, reframed, redeemed. Dwayne turns to him, rests a hand on his shoulder. That is real, he whispers. Mark does not look up. He nods, once a small broken movement that carries more weight than words ever could. The sound swells higher, people rising from the back rows, clapping harder, shouting. Now cameras flash, the screen behind them fades to black. The final car of the film burned into their retinas. His name was Mark Kerr, and for the first time in his career, Dwayne Johnson cries not as The Rock, not as an actor, but as a man witnessing another man's redemption. The tears come sudden, raw, unstoppable. He wipes them with the back of his hand, but they keep falling. He laughs through them, the kind of laugh you let out when you find something you did not know you had lost. Emily squeezes his hand. They see it, Dee, she murmurs. They really see it. He wants to believe her, but that quiet voice still whispers, did they see me or the mask? I wore the prosthetics, the muscles, the acts in the fight scenes, all crafted to honor Mark. Yet now, beneath the thunder of applause, he wonders if he has vanished behind the man he tried to become. The ovation stretches on 15 minutes 30 seconds. His palms ache from clapping back. Salt stings the corners of his mouth. He forces himself to breathe, to stop analyzing, to feel the hall vibrates alive with the sound. He looks at Mark again. The fighter eyes are wet but burning with something new, peace that is when it hits him. Maybe it does not matter who they are cheering for. Maybe this is what truth looks like, messy, shared alive. He squeezes Mark's shoulder again, holds it until the tremor stills. The applause roars one last time, echoing through the marble walls and out into the Venetian night. He closes his eyes, letting the noise drown out everything, the pressure, the image, the myth of being unbreakable. When he opens them, the golden light is gone. It is cold now, harsh, fluorescent. The applause fades into the buzz of Jim lights his hands, once on Mark's shoulder, now grip a barbell, veins raised, knuckles white. The soft glow of Venice dissolves into the sterile glare of a training room. To find what is real, he murmurs, voice barely audible. I had to build it. The camera lingers on his hands, the clang of metal on concrete taking over as the music fades. The gym is empty long before sunrise. No cameras, no crowd, just a rhythm of breath weight. And pain, sweat drips onto the mat, steam rising off his skin like smoke from a forge. Dwayne, reflection, stares back from the mirror, broader, heavier, but still not enough. 30 pounds of muscle layered on like armor, each fiber earned one rep at a time. The air smells of iron and chalk, the barbell rhythm, a metronome for obsession. His face is blank, the mask of a man chasing something beyond perfection. Truth. You're going to have to get bigger, Benny Sadie had said, half joking, half deadly serious, his eyes alight with director hunger for the impossible. Dwayne had laughed bigger than this. Benny did not flinch. Bigger than The Rock now, in the fluorescent of the gym. Those words haunt him. He has spent his life being larger-than-life wrestler star icon. But this is different. This is not about presence. It is about precision, vulnerability, stripping himself down until nothing is left but what is real. Nearby, lazy hero prosthetics line. The counter 22. Pieces, each shape painted refined until they look like skin when applied. They transform him. Cheekbones, altered jaw, reshaped shoulders, thickened hours of stillness, shallow breathing. So the makeup does not shift his artistry, but it is also a cage. He cannot scratch his face, cannot feel the air on his skin. He studies his reflection again, half Dwayne, half Mark Kerr, and somewhere between Noah and the air conditioner hums relentless. They call me The Rock. He mutters, voice cracking like gravel, but sometimes rocks crack. He pushes harder, deadlifting until his hands tear, then taping them and going again. Runs drills with MMA coaches, rolling, striking, relearning the rhythm of pain. Every punch thrown, every hit taken chips away at the myth. He is not training to look like a fighter. He is remembering how to be one. The gym empties night. Creeping through the high windows, fluorescent lights flicker, turning the sweat on his arms into liquid silver. His breath grows sharper, echoing off the walls between sets. He sits on the floor, elbows on his knees, staring at the mat. Exhausted, trembling, but unable to stop. It is not vanity driving him. It is fear that he has lost a part of himself, that bled, that failed, that fought for something more than applause. Benny voice echoes in his head. Mark Kerr lived on the edge between glory and destruction. You have to find that line and stand on it. Dwayne looks at the ropes in the corner, the kind fighters use for takedowns, the kind that bruised his body when he was a kid trying to make it. He stands, walks over, wraps his fingers around him, his forearms tight, muscles quivering. He leans forward, forehead against the rope, eyes closed. The silence is thick, the hum of the lights fading into his breathing, heavy, deliberate. When he lifts his head, don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated. Subscribe for more powerful video.